Hi, I'm Dan from PIRCH, and this is Kimberly, our executive chef.
Hello.
We're here today at the Costa Mesa showroom of PIRCH to demonstrate this Lynx Grill, just one part of their extensive line of outdoor kitchens.
The cool thing about PIRCH is that you actually come in and try all the grills we have live. You can see us cook on it. You can see how it works. Does it suit your lifestyle? And I think that's the most unique part about PIRCH, is being able to come in here and actually use our appliances.
Because they are live and we are live as a live grill in the showroom.
Yeah, and actually all showrooms have a chef live in there every 5 days a week, so you can come in and come talk to us and see us cook. So today we're actually going to do some grilled fish tacos. We're also going to do a grilled mango slaw alongside a salsa that we're also going to char on the grill and then blend it up and have that topped on there. So we're going to go ahead and start off with the salsa. I have my salt and pepper master over here. All right. The good thing about these is they're double walled hoods, which gets less hot on the outside, so there's less to worry about touching it and burning yourself. But also they're super light. You actually just lift it up with one finger. Trust me. Look at this. Look at that.
That's because they're spring loaded.
Yeah, they are.
Really cool.
Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and use the infrared burners first. So what this is it's actually kind of like an open flame, and it's closer to the grill racks, which you're gonna get a really nice hot sear super fast. So the cool thing about that when you're grilling meats is gonna lock in all the moisture. Today we're gonna go ahead and char the tomatoes on here and the jalapenos and all that good stuff. So we just have a little bit of onions, some poblano peppers, jalapenos, and tomatoes. So
Chef Kimberly is putting it on the infrared trident burners, and that's what Lynx is known for, is these trident burners. The cool thing about the whole grill right here is we have the trident burners where Kimberly's putting the salsa ingredients on, and then we have the ceramic briquettes. All of this can be the same temperature. Even though you're searing on this side, you can change the temperature to go to the same temperature as the ceramics on this side.
Yeah, and the cool thing about this is that you can actually drop from 1,000 degrees to 300 in about 2 minutes. So that's really cool. So if you want to sear something and then kind of finish it off, just turn off the flame, or turn down the flame, and then it goes down a little lower. So there you go, we got that going on here.
So Chef, you're searing those right now?
Yes, we are. I really want a nice char on these. I want that charred flavor on there, get all those juices. We're also gonna actually cook some garlic on here. I have a itty bitty tiny pot that we're gonna use. So you can actually use actual pots on your grills. We're gonna take this little one, this little guy right here, add a little bit of garlic. So we have a little bit of oil on there. I want that garlic to get nice and charred and get that sweetness out of the garlic out. So we're just gonna let that go. And the great thing about Lynx and their stainless steel, it has a lifetime warranty, so you don't have to worry about it rusting or anything like that. You could go ahead and use it freely, and anytime that you need to replace them, you actually can. All right, so we got that going. Over here, we have a little bit of corn. We're actually gonna grill this today, and then later on we're gonna add some mayo, a little bit of chili powder on there, and some queso fresco. I usually like to use cotija cheese, but I only found queso fresco. Cheese, any cheese is good. So we're gonna go ahead and add this. We're gonna add this on this side with the ceramic briquettes.
What's unique about the ceramic briquettes is to clean it, you could go ahead and turn the briquettes over, and it could burn off on that side, and it's super easy to clean.
Yeah, and as well as the infrared, it gets so hot that if anything falls in there, maybe like a piece of meat or just like drippings from the meat, actually just completely burns off. So you don't have to worry about ever having to clean that or scrubbing it down or anything. It's just turn it right on, it gets real hot, and it's just gonna incinerate off.
Chef, tell us about our customers when they come in here, about how you work with the customers.
Well, most of the time I like to give a call ahead of time, and I always like to get to know how many people live in your household, if they have any kids or anything like that. What are some of the things that you like to cook, some of the daily stuff that you're cooking every day? And then once I get that information, I kind of, create a menu for them. I want to teach you how to cook something that you're actually going to go home and try on your grill. They come on in, I have it all set up for them. You could come in. Sometimes some people get in on the action, a little hands-on. I like you to come and actually put the meat on there so you could get the feeling of how is this? Is it too hot for me? How, is it too powerful? Do I need to lower it? So when you go home, you feel real comfortable. You're not going to be scared to use your appliances. And I think that's our goal here, that you feel comfortable. You leave and you're like excited to cook on your appliances.
Chef, is there anything else that we could help prepare?
Yeah, let's see. How about you oil some of these zucchini for me? We're just going to grill these real quick. Later on, we're going to have a little bit of oregano on them, little Spanish oregano. We're also gonna grill some of these mangoes, so I'll have you oil that.
Salt and pepper too?
Yes, please. All right. So once those tomatoes get nice and charred, we're actually gonna blend them up with a little bit of cilantro and salt and pepper. This is one of my favorite sauces, and anytime anyone ever tries them, they always ask me for the recipe. And we're actually going to be providing you a few recipes for you to try at home. Got that? All right. Let me check it out. Let me see. I think you did a good job. So we're just gonna go ahead and put this on this side with the corn on the ceramic briquette side. Just kind of get that nice little grill marks on there. I can already smell those jalapenos.
Chef, what else do you like to cook on this grill?
On this grill, I like to do a lot of meats on here. With that infrared, I mean, you get such a beautiful sear. And like I said, I always like to sear it here first, and sometimes I'll move it over here to the ceramic briquettes just to kind of finish it off. I like bigger pieces of meat. You could do like tri-tip or something like that. Maybe do some tri-tip tacos instead of fish tacos if you like that. See those mangoes? I'm gonna go ahead and put these on the infrared because I want them to get a really nice sear real fast.
Chef, do you ever do searing, reverse searing?
Oh,
some of your proteins?
You know what? Yeah, yeah, you could do that. Or there's actually a grill reverse searing, which you could actually start off on a cold grate and just have like 2 burners on. It's an indirect heat. Close your hood and make that get right to the right temperature. If you want like medium rare, it's about 145 or 40 degrees. And then what you do, once it hits that temperature, you go ahead and put it on the infrared and then give it quick sear marks. So it's kind of using like the sous vide. You could use sous vide and then grill it after. It's really up to you, whatever your choice is. So we have some fish for us. I have it right here in the drawer. So this right here is just some snapper that I have, and I went ahead and seasoned it with some Dijon mustard, a little bit of chili powder, garlic powder, onion powder, salt and pepper. So lots of flavor. Is going to be really nice with the tacos. So we're going to go ahead and sear that now.
Chef, with your protein, when we're talking about temperature, depending on if it's a fillet or if it's fish, you know, how would you recommend for our audience to understand about how to prepare the fish or any kind of protein about temperature-wise?
Well, a lot of times, like, you know, I know all these temperatures because I went to culinary school, but I always recommend if you don't know what temperature for a medium rare or medium, you can always just Google it. It's always on there for chicken. Everything has all the temperature settings. You can use a thermometer to always check on it to make sure you're getting the right temp. Really, like, that's my little cheat sheet right there. Google has everything. All right, so we got our fish. We're actually gonna go ahead and sear this on the infrared. It's gonna take about 2 minutes on each side. They're pretty thin pieces. So here we go. You hear that sizzle? All right.
We have a sizzle going on, but as soon as that sizzle happens, our hood comes on a little bit louder.
Yeah. So you got to use your manly voice.
My manly voice. I'm trying to find it.
All right. Do you see how beautiful you're getting that char in those jalapenos? And if you don't have a grill at home, you can actually try this salsa in your oven. You can just go ahead and put it on broil function until you get a really nice charred flavor, color on them. So that's always another option as well. All right.
Chef, I think you mentioned to me a little bit ago about cooking pizzas on the grill. How does that work?
So sometimes what I do, I'll take like a par-baked pizza dough, and then I'll go ahead and put my toppings on there, and I'll just go ahead and slide it directly on the grill. You actually get really nice grill marks on there. You can close the hood, make sure your oven or your grill stays about 500 to 600 degrees. That's a perfect temperature for pizza. Or you could actually put a pizza stone in there. Go ahead and close your hood, and again, let it get to that really high temperature, and then go ahead and slide like a fresh pizza on that. This gets so hot. I mean, it goes up to maybe like 1,000 degrees, and the most you need for a pizza is 600. So it's always a great option. These are getting nice and beautiful. You kind of want to see that skin of the tomato open up a little bit before you pull it off the grill. I have our little garlic on my tiny, tiny pot. I love me some roasted garlic. I love that sweetness that you get from it. You're gonna taste this salsa. It's gonna have this nice little sweet kick to it. It's wonderful.
Chef, so as you're placing things on the grill, what are the first things that you actually place on the grill, knowing the time-wise with that family that you're a part of, that you want to have everything off the grill at the same time?
Typically, if I'm like roasting like a salsa, I'll put that on first. Then the last thing I'll do, if it's like a thin protein or like fish, I'll do that last. The veggies take about maybe like 20 minutes to cook, so then I'll throw that on there. And the corn, of course, is going to take a little longer. I like to leave the husk on, but you want to soak it for a good 20 minutes before in water so that your husk doesn't just catch on fire on your grill. Or you could take the husk off and just grill it directly on there. It's always a good option too.
Chef, as you're looking at your grill, the lighting, when we're outside, sun goes down, the lighting that we have on the grill, how do you see that?
Oh, it's really nice. So you have 2 lights up here so you can see directly down your grill. There's also this beautiful blue light on the knobs. So if you're outside grilling at night, it's really nice to have that. You can see what temperature you're turning it on. So I think it's just a great option. Sometimes some grills do not have this lighting, and then you can't really see. You have to have a flashlight out, and that's not really convenient, right?
Right.
So you always want to give your protein time to cook all the way, so that way it's not sticking fully on your grill. So you mind passing? I'm going to take this plate and pull the mango off. All right. So we got these nice little beautiful grill marks. So what we're going to do with that is just go ahead and cut it up, and we're going to toss it in our slaw. So if you want to go ahead and do that for me.
And cut this up right now?
Yeah. So just kind of, you could, take off the skin. You just kind of dice it up like this in here, and then we'll scoop it out with the spoon. So we got that going, that's done. Just kind of checking up on our fish. We're almost there. If that's easier for you, you could go ahead and do that. I usually just kind of score it like I'm going to, not all the way through the skin, and then I just scoop it out. Mm-hmm.
You're doing cubes?
Mm-hmm. So with the slaw, I just went ahead and bought already mixed slaw. It has a little bit of cabbage in there, some carrots. I'm going to throw in the mango, do a little bit of lime juice and lemon juice, salt and pepper, real simple. I don't want it to take too much flavor away from the fish. And then with the salsa that we're actually grilling, we're going to mix it with a little bit of mayo and top that in our tortillas. And we have some yellow corn tortillas that I bought at Sprouts, so you can kind of find those there. This fish looks about ready. You can use tilapia instead of the snapper. You just need like a really nice, like hearty fish. Salmon is great for the grill. You can go ahead and do it like on a cedar plank, or any type of meat that you like for these tacos. I like to use fish with the slaw because it's very refreshing. It's a really nice little summer meal. So we have our fish here. We're gonna go ahead and just set it down. All right, I think my salsa ingredients are almost ready. You can actually go ahead and put the tortilla right on here, or you can put it on top to get them kind of warm. I always like to do it like on a skillet or something, just because I like that flavor with a little bit of oil better. But today we're actually just going to do it directly on the grill.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we got my salsa ingredients here. Look at that. Ooh, look at all that roast. It's gonna be a little spicy. We have 3 jalapenos in here. You don't mind spice, do you?
I love spice.
Oh, okay. Because you're gonna be the taste tester, you know that, right?
That's why I'm here today, Chef. That's how I show my value. One of the, going back to the searing burner, the Trident burners, the infrared, that can be precise on the temperature. So you could have it from 300 degrees to 900 degrees, and it could be precise, and you could change that at any time you want to.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I said earlier, it takes about 2 minutes to drop down the temperature, so it's fairly fast. It's really quick. So that's a cool thing about it. You don't necessarily have to use it for full searing. You could just do something low and slow.
Well, it's nice to also have a product here that's made in the USA. Lynx is made in the USA, all of their products.
Yeah, it's actually made in Los Angeles, California. All right, so we're gonna let that go. Let's get the salsa ready, right? So this salsa, I have everything in here. I'm gonna have you do a little bit of salt and pepper for me.
So Chef, at home for me, I have half of my family that loves spice, and the other half of the family that doesn't like spice. Is there something that you'd recommend to, I'd say, spice it down?
Just use less jalapeno. Sometimes if you like it super spicy, something like a serrano or habanero would work good with it because they have a lot more heat to them. Typically when I make this salsa, 2 jalapenos is enough for a mild salsa. But for me, I'll add like a habanero in there. So we're just gonna add a little bunch of cilantro and we're gonna blend that up. You wanna go blend that up for us?
Yes.
All right, while he's blending that, I'm gonna check on my zucchini. Grab that. These are looking good. Just give my corn a little flip. What you can do after these are cooking, what the husk does is kind of create some steam. I'll take off the husk and then just throw it on the infrared burner real quick, just to get a nice little color on there for presentation. How you doing over there?
Chef, we have a super powerful blender. It works really well. So bring this back over to you, Chef.
Yeah, thank you. I see you got some on your apron.
Oh, we like to get involved with our food here at PIRCH.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and put that in a bowl. If you mind passing me that tiny bowl over there. More tiny kitchen stuff. All right. Want to smell that? Oh, that doesn't smell delicious.
Oh, it looks great too.
Oh, it smells so good. All right, I'm just gonna pour that in there. It's beautiful. Look at that color. You can see when you actually roast your veggies, you get this really nice like brown color to it. And then roasting actually takes away from that raw onion flavor, so that's why I like it. I don't want to just taste raw onion in my salsa. All right, so here we have our salsa. We have some chips over there too. Do you want to take a little taste test on that?
Absolutely.
Let's see. Tell me how I did. Or how you did. You did the blending.
This is perfect. This is absolutely perfect.
Woohoo. All right, so I'm gonna set this aside because we're not gonna need that anymore. So now I'm gonna grab my zucchini.
So Chef, with having a young family, for some of our viewers at home, I've gotten some pro tips from some of our customers that they like to go ahead and not actually plate these things out for their kids. They like to have it buffet style because everyone is a little bit particular when it comes to like tacos. So taco bars, when you have your whole family,
Oh yeah.
is something that our customers have been excited about.
Oh yeah, I always love doing that. Anything that gets the family involved. You have to remember, like, grilling is all about entertaining. You could have everyone outside, have a couple of glasses of wine or beer, whatever you prefer, and kind of cook out there. Have a little bar set up for everyone so they can just pick their ingredients, have the tortillas nice and warm for them. I think works great. A good margarita would have gone really good with this. A little jalapeno, charred jalapeno or charred pineapple margarita. Try that. Just put it on there. All right, so we just have our zucchinis all done and ready to go. All right, you want to throw in some oregano for me? Just sprinkle a little bit on top. Good job, thank you. So we just have some little side vegetable. I always like to have a vegetable with every meal that I'm cooking. Make sure we get all our veggies and our vitamins. So now I'm gonna go ahead and close this so that corn can finish off cooking. I'm gonna have you help me make the slaw.
Absolutely.
Think you can handle it? All right.
We're still alive so far, so I think it could be
Yeah, right. So we have the slaw, like I said, it's pre-bought, just already cut up for you. It has a little bit of carrots, some red cabbage, just regular cabbage on there. All right, so I'm gonna have you, we're just gonna do a little bit of the olive oil, just tiny, that's good. All right, I'm gonna have some limes over here that we're gonna go ahead and squeeze in there. And the lime juice, it's however much you actually want. I like my stuff super citrus. I'll even add more lime onto my tacos. I'm just gonna go ahead and squeeze about 3 in there. Oh, the other way. There you go. This is fun. I like having a sous chef.
I don't think I have the ranks of being a sous chef yet, but I'm getting there.
All right, so we'll do 3 of those. I'll go ahead and start scooping these out.
So the slaw is super simple.
Oh yeah, super simple. You're getting all the flavor from the salsa, the fish, a little bit. The mango itself is gonna give it a really nice sweet kick to it. Oop, I dropped the. All right. So I'm just kind of scooping it out. You see the mango gets nice and soft for grilling it. You can make a nice dessert too with this. Maybe just grill some mango, add it on some ice cream with a little bit dulce de leche would be really good.
Yeah, because it was grilled and was so soft, it was fairly easy to score, but you got to just dig in a little bit harder.
Yeah, just to kind of get that all out. Right, can I have you mix that for me? And to give this a little kick, you could also add some serrano peppers, thinly sliced in there if you want a nice little kick to that.
You want a little salt and pepper in there too, Chef?
Yes, please. Then we'll go ahead and put a little bit of chili powder mix.
Oh, yeah.
I like it. I say take a good like 30 minutes to get your corn fully cooked. And like I said, leave the husk on to kind of get that steam to help you cook it, and then you just take off the husk and throw it on the infrared to get that really nice sear color onto it.
So even before, if you have guests on over, you can throw the corn on before the guests come on over.
Oh, yeah.
You have plenty of time.
Oh yeah, you can use that as an appetizer. Your guests are coming in, they got a little piece of corn, maybe a little margarita to go along with it, chips and salsa, all that good stuff.
That margarita, I can't wait to do this margarita.
Yeah, a little charred pineapple margarita. So once this kind of cools down, I'll have you husk it or take the husk off. All right, so here's our chips. Have a nice little salsa to go along with that. Go ahead and pull that off. Oh, actually, you know what? I forgot the cilantro. You can put cilantro in the slaw, so I'm gonna have you chop it up. You're gonna have to use your chopping skills now. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and throw these on the grill real quick. These are like homemade style tortillas. They're yellow corn tortillas, which is my favorite to use in tacos. I feel like you get a really nice flavor with that. Looking good. Yeah, just be a rough chop. You get those nice pieces of cilantro in here. Gives it a nice color too. All right. Go ahead and take that off. I want to get the tortilla nice and warm. You don't have to toast it all the way, or else you're going to get a tostada instead of a taco. We don't want it toasted. We just want it nice and warm for our tacos.
Some of the conversations that we've had, you have always been thinking that to grow your children early about being involved with this. What could they have done to help out with
the oiling, the salt and pepper is so easy. A kid could do it.
Even I can.
Yeah, the salt and peppering, the squeezing of the limes, you get them involved. Once we start plating everything, have them plate their own plate. I always think it's nice to get your children involved. It makes it fun for the family. Yeah.
Blending salsa is one level up.
Yeah, not there yet. I mean, if you spilled it on yourself, we might have a little issue with our kids. All right, so we pulled the tortillas off the grill. As you can see, it has this really nice little grill mark on there. It does great for presentation. What I'm gonna do is take mayo, a little bit of mayo, and that same salsa that we cooked that we're gonna have on top and with the chips and salsa. I'm just gonna add a little bit and kind of mix it. While I do this, do you wanna take the husk off the corn? So we just throw it on there real quick. And I like to take a little bit of this and just kind of put it on there. If you don't want to use mayo, you could always do a little bit of yogurt, add a little honey to it to sweeten it up. Just a little bit.
Off the husk reminds me of when I was a young boy with my mom. She would make me do the husk outside because it was so messy.
Oh, it is.
I don't think things have changed.
No, that was probably the worst job that my grandpa used to give me as well too. We had to like husk all this corn.
Did you go outside?
Yeah, we go outside and do it. It is so messy. We're gonna go ahead and put the fish on there. I'll grab some gloves. So here we have our beautiful fish. Just gonna go ahead and set it on there. You could always do bigger pieces if you'd like. Just gonna go ahead with that. Beautiful slaw. I'm just gonna give it a quick mix. The cilantro in there. Look at these colors. Wow. Just got little pieces of mango. All right, a little sweetness of that mango is gonna go great with that fish. Okay, so having that. Now I'm gonna take that same salsa and just kind of sprinkle it on top because I like extra heat. Just go ahead and, ooh, look at that. All right, I always like to set a nice little lemon or lime wedge with it because, like I said, I like my stuff super citrusy, so I always have that on the side. Every time I go and buy tacos, I always ask for extra lemon. They give me like 2 more. I'm like, no, I mean like 5 more, not just 2 more.
That looks excellent, Chef.
All right, so here we have our tacos. So we have our corn. Like I said, we're just gonna give it a quick little sear to give it some more color on the infrared. So how's that going? You wanna try this?
Oh, absolutely, Chef.
All right, we have that, a little bit of chips and salsa, make that look nice and pretty over here. All right.
This is the best part.
Yeah, this is his favorite part, is actually trying the food.
So we have the roasted salsa, and we have the mangoes, and we have the slaw, which I learned today that's very easy to do.
Super easy. Some people like to add like some mayo to it or like sour cream. I kind of like to keep it on the healthier side, so I just go ahead and add a little lime juice, salt and pepper on there. What do you think?
That's a slam dunk right there, but probably the slaw on top of it really gives that crispness that you could bite your...
A little bit of texture. Yeah, you always want a little bit different textures in your food. You want to get all those senses going. Let's go check on our corn over here. So with this, we're going to go ahead and add that mayo on there, kind of like a little, we call it Mexican street corn.
It's the same mayo that you use?
You could actually, you know what, that's a good idea. We could actually use the mayo with the salsa, or you could just use regular mayo. Today, you know what, we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it with the salsa, see how that comes out, right? And we have a little cheese on there, squeeze some lime.
I think that's part of the grilling and the outdoor kitchen idea is you can go ahead and make each tapas, as if you will, of just small portions of everything and have tasting so people can enjoy all kinds of different influences of your cooking.
Yeah, and it's such a large grill. You could, I mean, having a huge party, you can imagine how much stuff you could fit on here. It's so much space, and there's different racks that you could use differently.
Yeah, so for our viewers, you know, how do you live? What is important to you about how you live outside? With the season coming around, it's something that being outside with your family and your neighbors is much more enjoyable than I'd say inside because we live in this beautiful weather in Southern California.
Oh yeah, I mean you could grill all year long. I mean right now it's grilling season technically, but really in California you could grill all year long. I mean you have that beautiful weather. I love cooking outdoors. The minute it starts heating up, I'm like, whoop, I'm out there grilling all day.
When you're coming to our showrooms, it's almost as if it's a living Pinterest. You have a lot of different examples. We're here to curate your inspiration, have your ideas, and see if we could figure out what's the most suitable for you and your family.
So we're gonna clean this up here. I'm gonna have you cut those in half. All right, and get the trash can. You can't really see this, but there's actually a trash can, a Lynx trash can that pulls out really nicely. I love that. I mean, you could set up a whole entire outdoor kitchen with Lynx. All right, so let me grab this. Have you just cut that in half for me. Yeah, just down the middle. All right. All right, so I have this cute little PIRCH wooden board that we have. I'm gonna go ahead and just take the corn, add a little bit of our mayo. Little or a lot. It's really up to you. It's nice corn. All right, so we're gonna take a little bit of cheese on here. Just go ahead and sprinkle that. Mind passing me the chili powder right there. Go ahead and sprinkle this on here as well. Like that. And then I like to take a little bit of lime and just go ahead and squeeze it, give it that extra little tang. A little salt. Just have a little bit of cilantro. There you have it. You have a little corn appetizer. Super simple, but everyone's gonna love it, trust me. So that's pretty much it. We have our little nice grilled zucchinis. You got an entire meal here. Lots of bold flavors. We have our tacos, corn, some vegetables, you know, gotta keep up with our health. And then some chips.
So this is virtually, you can't smell and taste this, but when you come here to our showroom, which we're in Costa Mesa right here, but we have 4 Southern Cali showrooms.
You get a whole entire meal like this when you come in and make an appointment. You actually make an appointment at PIRCH.com or giving us a call as well. Come on down, we set up an appointment, we do a nice meal like this, and then you get to eat it after, which is the best part.
We are thrilled for you joining us with us today. To see this and all the other Lynx outdoor kitchen appliances, visit us at any of our Southern California showrooms, including Costa Mesa, which we're here today. Give us a call or go to PIRCH.com and make your appointment. Thanks for being with us today.
Have a good day, everyone.